Hey, did you buy one of these and you're currently really worried about the hydrogen prices? Well, you shouldn't be. I'm just kidding. What I'm trying to say is you bought one of these or something, a hydrogen vehicle, fuel cell vehicle, heavily incentivized. I think at the moment, 22,000 off MSRP for the Toyota Mirai. You got a $15,000 fuel card. Potentially, if your credit was good, you had 0% interest for 6 years. What else? You had a state rebate of around 4,500, and on top of that, some small other perks to just buy this car. I think there's a lot, and this car still doesn't sell very well. Just look at the numbers, and we're still shocked about the hydrogen prices being the way they are. Um, I think we need to be real with ourselves and understand that we bought into an experiment that's been going on since 2015, at least for the first gen of Toyota Mirais. It's been working pretty well when it does, but when it doesn't, I think it's somewhat realistic. It's okay to be frustrated, but I think it's somewhat unrealistic or unreasonable to think that you opted into something that should be extremely reliable. Um, and more importantly, with the prices of hydrogen, I think, at least for me, when I was shopping around, and especially doing a ton of research with one of these, because this is not like your average car. Um, what's the infrastructure like? How do I fill up? What's the pricing? I'm pretty sure most of you, or you should have, done some research on that. So I think it's to say that you're shocked is okay, but to be upset with Toyota specifically, I think that's a little unwarranted. No, this is not sponsored by any means, but I've seen a lot of comments and things on forums about being Toyota's responsibility to, or at least blaming Toyota for a lot of these prices. And let's be clear, True Zero, Air Products, and other brands, other stations that actually fuel cars like this, they're not owned by Toyota. So I think we need to stop that discussion. That's like blaming Chevy or Ford for gas station problems when they don't own gas stations. So I think with that being said, I think there needs to be a shift in the discussion. And with that, I did contact Toyota. I voiced my concerns as well. And from what I heard, within reason, I let them know that, in my opinion, it's not Toyota's problem or responsibility to help with or kind of lower or do what they can to lower the prices necessarily. I mean, let me take that back. They are in talks with True Zero specifically once a week or once a month, depending. They say it throttles, but they are in talks with them consistently. So to say that they're not trying to lower the price or vouch for their buyers and their customers is false. I've talked to them. I talked to the Toyota Mirai representatives, and they mentioned that. An action we can do to potentially reduce hydrogen prices is speaking up to your local government or government within, at least in my state, California, voicing our concerns and frustrations about the infrastructure, not crying to Toyota about, like, hey, you sold me a car and the infrastructure is not great. I think if you went into this not understanding that or doing your own research, I think that's on you, because there should have been a ton of red flags. There's so many incentives for this car, and it's still not selling. So with that being said, I do want to say it's okay to be frustrated. I think you should be frustrated, especially at $36 a kilogram right now is absolutely ridiculous. But you do want to contact your local government. They can reach out to Toyota or to Air Products, True Zero, all those hydrogen stations. And yeah, those are the kind of plays that not only Toyota has recommended to me, but I think this is the most appropriate. I think still voicing your concerns to True Zero, Air Products, wherever station you're at, to make sure that they're hearing your complaints, but also a local government, because that's where a lot of this funding is coming from. So yeah, that's my piece. Still an amazing car in my opinion. There's some shortcomings, but let's be honest with ourselves. You bought into an experiment, whether you were motives were to maximize your dollar and you get a sweet ride for less, or whether you want to help be a part of a solution for global warming, more environmental reasons. Regardless, it doesn't matter. You bought into an experiment. Prices are ridiculous. They continue to go up. I've never seen it go down since my ownership. So contact your local government. $36 a kilogram is ridiculous. It's probably going to go up based on this rate. But when we first bought this car, we were paying, I think the rate was around $80 or so for a full tank, and now it's upwards of 120 plus. Now with 36 kilograms, $36 a kilogram is going to be much more. But nevertheless, I just want to share this video, voice your concerns to your local government, state government, whoever. Just make yourself heard. Make yourself heard to the companies that actually own these stations and operate them. Toyota is vouching for us. I think it's unrealistic and irresponsible to complain to them about the infrastructure. I think we should inform them, inform any manufacturer, Hyundai Nexo customers. But yeah, that's a wrap for me. I just wanted to share that. But let's finish up by just taking a look at the lines of the Mirai. Thanks for watching.